In our final video on choosing an insurer, we have left the best for last. I've always said that an insurance company's biggest asset is its reputation. The sad reality is that an insurance company's reputation is only as good as the decision makers in the business. Sadly, as there have been too many companies in the past that is more concerned with making profit than fulfilling the promise of providing financial security. I do, however, believe that the industry has changed for the better. In yesteryear, was it really like the Wild Wild West? But today we have platforms such as hellopeter.com that you can share your experience with, various social media platforms that have brought many insurance companies to their knees, and then finally the Ombudsman of short-term insurance that oversees the industry. The bottom line is you have all the information you need in selecting your next insurer. Before you sign on to the next insurer, go visit www.hellopeter.com and see the reviews clients leave. I do, however, want to admit that I've come across many paper tigers in my life, not to mention people blatantly committing insurance fraud and then using social media in forcing the insurer's hand. So my word of advice, when reading these complaints, keep an open mind and analyze the insurer's response to these complaints. The sad reality of this platform is many insurers realize the role it plays in client decision making. As such, incentivize their staff in getting clients to load compliments. So analyze and make up your own mind. It has to, however, be said that insurers that do not even respond to these platforms are of concern. Because if you do not see the value in timelessly responding to a social platform, what is going to happen to your complaint when you send it directly to this underwriter? The other site that is worth visiting to analyze your potential insurer is www.osti.co.za. Go download the latest annual report and see how insurers compare. Whilst you're there, please do read the typical reasons for declining claims. But we have asked that you consider the statistics holistically. You cannot simply say company X had the highest complaints and therefore a bad insurer. You have to consider that insurer's market share and specific insurance they provide. For example, an insurer that's predominantly building orientated, has a large market share, will have complaints loaded since building claims decisions are highly contested across most insurers. A reasonable statistic to use is the number of complaints per 1,000 claims. The lower, the better, obviously. And then the percentage share of matters finalized through conciliation. This meaning the percentage the insurer eventually conceded some benefit to the customer through Ombudsman's involvement. Yes, one can say that the insurer eventually came around, but it still means they originally rejected the claim. Also add the volumes, because percentages from low volumes can also skew perception. As with anything in life, should one source not be the cause for your final decision. But if you consider the statistics on hellopeter, Osti, and other social media platforms, should you be able to gauge a perception of your potential insurer. The final advice we can give you, and potentially the best and still the strongest, is word of mouth. But make sure that you ask people you trust, respect, and put in the highest regard. Asking the guy that is yelling and screaming to some provider every other day of the week might not be the best person. Or maybe he or she is, because keeping them happy might be a sign in itself. Insurance is a tricky business and things might go wrong. Even the best of insurers gets it wrong from time to time, but it is all about frequency and, more importantly, how they deal with it when it does go wrong. Insurers charge you a premium to cover a risk in the promise that if something happens, they got your back. Selecting an insurer without doing a little research in them is like investing your saving in a Ponzi scheme. Financial security starts with self, and an essential key to that is educating yourself. Do the work before simply signing up the cheapest insurance premium or the company that has the coolest ad. Consider channels, price, product, ease of doing business, and finally reputation. That has brought us to the final episode of Choosing an Insurer. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to follow our social media platforms for more education on all things short-term insurance related. Thank you.